The fights happen in our PFL Smart Cage instead. Our main event, Costello van Steenis, the Spaniard by name, the Spaniard by origin, the champion defending his belt, is with us right now on the post-fight show. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, Jimmy Smith, and still middleweight champion Costello van Steenis. Just tell us about how that fight played out in your mind. I know it probably hasn't set all the way in yet. Round one, you had a little adversity. Round two, on the ground, control, power, and then he tried to take you down again. The elbows dispatched him. Give me your thoughts.
Well, my thoughts, I thought I was going to go for the first round. I didn't want to waste my time too much. But Fabian Edwards, like I say, he's one of the guys, you know. He's one of the guys that could have been champion and that maybe in the future can be champion, but not by fighting me. He's one of the best fighters in the world. Like I said before, PFL has the best middleweight in the world. Of course, I have some losses. I'm not undefeated, but it doesn't mean that people can't. That if you're undefeated, it doesn't mean that you're the best. You have to show it in style. And until now, I've been finishing most of my last 4 fights has been my finishes.
Well, they have been impressive finishes, and again tonight. And you know, we talked, I guess, about a month ago now, and you said, man, it's a victory already that this fight is happening in 100%. Madrid. It's happening on home soil. And you are the reason that the PFL came to Madrid.
And we delivered.
With that comes a lot of pressure. How did you manage it through camp?
Camp was beautiful. I started in Florida at Kill Cliff with my brothers over there, and I was there in November. I came back to Spain. I felt like there's not a lot of big people here, so I went back to Henry Hove and Kill Cliff in Florida. I made family over there. I trained there for a couple of months. I did my last 4 weeks here in Europe, and man, this life is crazy. You know, we have the best fighters in the world.
And your brother got a big knockout. We'll talk about that here in a second. But I want you to walk us through the highlight. I want you to walk us through the victory here. Again, we get into round number 3. This is round 1, though. And you're right, Fabian Edwards, one of the best fighters in the world, and he had a little bit of success, as did you, in that first frame. Were you surprised when he tried to wrestle you?
Yeah, I was really surprised. I noticed that he was nervous because I saw him a couple of times in the lobby in the hotel, and he was like acting a little bit weird, like a little bit in a disrespectful way. No, he was not disrespectful, but listening to loud music. That gives you signs that you're like a little bit uncomfortable, so you're trying to shut yourself out. And I already noticed the way he was looking at me. I remember the first fight we had, he was really cocky, he was aggressive. And this time he didn't really look at me that much. So it was like, okay, or life humbled him. I bet life humbled everybody. But yeah, no, I don't know what to say else.
Yeah, I mean, he kept attempting these takedowns, and you recognized the opening when he had his head there posted on your hip. Have you been drilling these elbows?
I've been drilling everything, brother. I've been drilling elbows, knees, every scenario. That's why we're the PFL world champion, right? And we might just as well call it the best organization, the best champion, the best anything in the world now, because I believe I could beat anybody. I said it last time when I was fighting Johnny Ablin. I'll say it again, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it again.
What I'm curious about is that takedown at the end was against the fence right when he was throwing combinations, right when it seems that he was having some confidence, some success with his striking. He drops in for the takedown. How much of a surprise was that? Because it surprised all 3 of us cage side.
Yeah, no, I was surprised as well. When he went for the takedown, he landed a couple of good shots. I was like, okay, they were good. They weren't like rocking me or anything, but I did feel they were hurting me, of course. And then he went for the takedown. I was like, oh shit, why is he doing that? He's uncomfortable. I think he's nervous. I didn't feel him stronger than me at all, so I was like, I'll just let it I'll take my rest. I went back to the cage, I saw him sitting down, breathing very heavy. I was like, oh, this guy is tired already. I don't know, maybe he had something in his personal life. At the end of the day, I love everybody that fights. I respect them a lot because this is not a normal job. This is a warrior's athlete. You can play football, but you can't play fighting.
You seem to get a bit of a confidence boost at the end of that second round as you walked back and you could see he was tired.
Yeah.
Almost like you didn't want to sit down on your stool. Was that, did you feel the energy from him kind of wilting a little bit there?
You know, I was getting a little bit angry at the same time. I was like, fuck, he actually is doing a good job at this moment. And why am I backing off with this guy? Because I was playing it 100,000 times in my head and there was no scenario that I was backing off. So it wasn't really going how I was planning it, but that made me a little bit anxious and nervous and angry at the same time, but it wasn't making me tired. So I was trying to sit back, and then my coaches, my trainer said, okay, listen up, 3 things, boom, 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 repeating the same shit. And that's when I came back and I was calm again.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
now
go
look,
on. Ask the question. I want to know. I want to know when you found out.
I want to
Come back to the Netherlands or to Spain this time, brother.
Look, we'll go wherever Costello van Steenis wants us to go. But tell me, you're watching the prelims, I assume. Maybe you don't. Your brother gets a beautiful knockout.
Yeah.
I mean, where were you when you saw this?
Well, I was driving, I was in the bus, and I did my headphones on, and I was saying, I don't want to know anything. I don't have a brother. I live on my own. I have no emotions. But with all respect, I have no family at this moment. I don't want to know anything. And then somebody from the film thing was all quiet, like, oh shit, I need to say something. He goes, what do you feel about your brother's performance? I'm like, what? Why? I don't want to know. And he goes, yeah, he won. Like, what? I started kicking the chair and he injured my foot. I was like, shit, how did he won? He goes, in the first round KO. I'm like, no way. I was so happy.
I mean, it was a beautiful
Let me
right
see it. I
hand.
didn't even see it properly.
She'll replay it again. It was a
again.
beautiful laser right hand, perfectly timed. I mean, look, just as impressive as the elbows tonight, maybe?
You know,
all right,
here we're
going to rewind.
Take it back, take it back, take
When
it
the
back.
champ asks to see it again, you let the champ see it again.
Look. No, further, go back further. Look.
Hey.
That's what I mean. Van Steenis on a high level, baby.
So many times we talked about brothers don't fight on the cards together. The Diaz brothers wouldn't do it. The Miller brothers didn't do it.
We're the Van Steenis brothers, right?
did it, and
We do
you've
different
proved
stuff.
everybody that it worked out. I mean, what an incredible night for you and your family to share together forever now.
Yes, I understand that you wouldn't do it. Even I had my doubts in the last couple of weeks. I love my brother more than anything. For me, he's number one. I always protect him. I always do anything. I'll die for him. And of course, I needed to do a big job by shutting down my emotions, to not see my brother for if shit gets down.
Where's he gone? Where's he hiding?
To lock out.
Where is he? I want to see him.
Gino!
Where are you, Gino? Come and see us.
Gino's already backstage
He's
celebrating, and we will let you do the same. Congratulations.
You guys so much.
And still,
thank you for being part of the family. We're all together. Thank you so
middleweight
much.
champion of the PFL,
Thank you, my brother.
Costello van Steenis.
So much.
And look,
And still.
he can make the claim. I will echo the claim. I want to see him against any middleweight in the world. I want to see him against everybody. That man with the composure, the confidence, and of course the execution.
We need a shot of this haircut. Camera guy, get on the other side of this kid's haircut. He's got PFL shaved into the side of his head. That's awesome.
PFL on the side.
Future champion right here. Future champion.
That's as good as it gets.
But gentlemen, when it all comes together, the physical talent we knew about, the size, the explosiveness, the ability to keep going, and the finishing ability combined with that on the feet and on the ground, that's what a great fighter's made of.
Yeah. Very, very good.
Click below to subscribe and watch more MMA content.